my name's E.C. Cantrell. Welcome to the American Rugby House in Wales. Come in. My full name is Emma Claire Cantrell, and when I was born, my grandmother found out that my middle name was Claire. So she said, I'm never ever going to call her Emma, just Emma Claire. And so then it just stuck from birth. Once I started to get into sports, when I was about 6 or 7, I was playing soccer. My soccer coach was like, oh, Emma Claire, that's too long to say in sports, so we're gonna have to give you a nickname. And he called me EC, and then kind of in the sporting environment, it just stuck. Give! Once I came over to Wales, I think because here is everything is sport, and Cardiff Met is everything sport. I study sport, I play sport, so now it's just EC to everyone. I just fell in love with rugby as soon as I stepped on the pitch. In that first year, I went to a camp held by a recruiter from Cardiff Met. We kind of got to see like what Cardiff Met could be. So I was like, this seems like a great opportunity. I love travel. Like, I've always wanted to travel around. That's been a big dream of mine. I want to see the world. And even though it was my first year playing rugby, I'm sure I wasn't up to par, so I talked to the recruiter, and he said, well, you know, if you get better, we could recruit you in your senior year, because there is a women's program and they're very good. So the travel and the rugby, that's what drew me to Cardiff Met. I remember sitting on the plane and everyone was asleep except for me. Like, every single person on that plane was fast asleep, and I could not sleep. And I was just sitting there, and all I could think about was what was gonna be next. And I had no idea. Like, I hadn't really ever heard of Wales. I was excited but very anxious. Not everything went my way. I was in the wrong course. I was in the wrong flat. The rugby was coming out of COVID year, so it wasn't like what it is now. Do whatever you need to do. Relax tomorrow, stay hydrated, do what we need to do to get ready for the game, okay? Here, find me here. Please. Oh, sorry. Nice ball, Hall. And I was like, I'm just gonna go home. I'm not gonna give it a chance. But I would talk to my dad and my rugby coach every day, and they were like, well, just make it till Christmas, you know? Just happened to be, he was right across the hall. I might have gone home if I didn't meet them. Like, they were my comfort zone. Like, they were American, they liked the same things as me, they took me in like as their friend. We knew each other's name pretty much in middle school. When we were in like 7th grade, I think I knew who he was. Yeah. He played rugby. I knew he was just some skateboard dude. That was my only impression of him. Yeah, we were on the same rugby team. Like, I joined later than him, but we always trained together. But the girls and guys were still kind of separate. And then, like, our senior year, he was the captain and I was the captain. We had like one conversation about Cardiff Met. Like, he was asking if I was gonna go, and I think I said, yeah. And he was like, sick. And that was about it. We still weren't really friends.
We've always known of each other. We've been almost in the same social circle, I'd say a bit. In high school, we'd hang out with some of the same people, just never together. But then once we came here, her and I were like, oh, we're from the same place. We both love rugby. Like, everything just clicked immediately, and there was never really like any awkward tension, I would say. It was always just great friends.
I live with them, and I spend most of my time with them. We've all supported each other in our experiences and had the same goal.
I'd say it's like a brother-sister relationship, honestly. We've become so close throughout these 3 years here. And she's definitely someone who I will continue to be very close friends with for the rest of my life.
Now that I look back on it, anyone could have that experience anywhere. It's not only because I was in Wales. I think in my mind that kind of took over, that I couldn't just go home, and I was in such a new place, and I think I had a little bit of culture shock. Like, putting myself in this environment has forced me to be independent as I can, or I'm not going to enjoy my time. And it's also taught me a lot about being in a situation that you're uncomfortable with and how to get through that. You got to deal with being uncomfortable to grow as a person. If you stay comfortable in your whole life, then you're never going to find new experiences. I think sport is a wonderful thing that can help you find who you are. I think sport is so important in our society, and for young women, it really helps you develop as a woman, and I think it's a beautiful thing.